G'day everybody, welcome back to another episode of Photo Australia. Grant's been out taking some photos, which I'm a little bit jealous of, Grant. We had a event that happened with an Aurora just recently, and I missed it. So Grant, tell us a bit about your experience of going out and photographing this wonderful event.
Well, folks, in this relationship here at Photo Australia, Brad's the one that controls the finances and the management of our time. And I've been dropping hints about Northern Lights now for about a year. You know, do a trip up to the Northern Lights up in Alaska or Northern Canada. And Brad keeps telling me that we don't have enough money, and besides we've got that COVID thing, we shouldn't be travelling, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, fair enough. I accept that. But then the other day,
how much finances do you think we've got, Grant?
Well, the sponsor, surely
we'll just fly up the top of the world and all
Sure.
this. The kitty isn't that big, you know, Grant.
But the sponsors will be listening to this, so they'll go, "Who else would we want using our?"
Yeah,
product
they'll
in
go.
that
No, we won't go.
environment
We won't go with those two.
Oh, anyway, the other day, Jetstar put up a thing of $59, $69 direct flights Adelaide to Hobart. Sorry, and it did flick through my mind. Oh, direct flight Adelaide Hobart. Auroras are down there. You know, maybe we get lucky. And didn't know more about it than that, other than look at it and walk away. And then one of our camera club members, Nicole Ricks, the master of astrophotography and putting moons in trees and all sorts of things, very talented lady. She was talking online on Facebook about how we were going to get an Aurora 2 nights ago. So I thought, well, I might go and have a look at this. So a friend and I shot down to Goolwa Beach, drove down the beach a bit to find a nice dark spot, and lo and behold, look what we found. We found an Aurora, Brad. Now,
Yeah.
I'm no expert. This was taken with my APS-C Pentax K3 Mark II camera using my Pentax DA 14mm 2.8 lens.
Yep.
So I'm shooting this at about 1600 ISO.
Geez, so you got the ISO cranked up fairly well.
Yep. And this one would have been about f2.8, because that's a rather unique lens, that DA 14mm, in that it's an f2.8 lens. And so this would have been at 2.8 and around about 8 seconds exposure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And just what really makes me jealous is this is not very far from me. I mean, it's closer for you, but
Yeah.
it's still only like a 15-minute drive for me.
That's right. And look, when you're looking at this, when we started, we got there early enough that there was still plenty of ambient light around. And then as it darkened down a bit and we started taking some shots, and you're thinking, there's nothing there. To the naked eye, there is nothing there. Okay, folks? If you're out Aurora hunting at the latitudes that we're at, then you're not going to see too much with the naked eye. It's the camera that picks up the colours. So, pointed the camera due south, got the settings right, started taking a couple of shots, and nothing much there. Losing interest fairly quickly, and then it got a bit darker, and took another shot, and whoa, hang on a minute, what's going on there? And yes, it starts to then come out the darker it gets. So I was pretty chuffed with that. That's my first Aurora, Brad.
Yeah, and here's another shot where you've got, looks like a little meteorite shooting across.
Yep.
I haven't had I've always missed an Aurora by a day, usually. I was up in Alaska at one time and I got stuck in an airport and they had an Aurora that night.
Oh dear, that would
But
break your heart.
I can't wait to do a shot like that myself. I missed out the other night when this was happening as well because I was busy, Grant, doing things for the exhibition.
Yeah,
actually,
I didn't ring you on purpose because
I wouldn't have been able to.
I thought, no, Brad's not going to appreciate me ringing him up, and this was at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock
Mind
in the
you,
afternoon.
I could have just said stuff the camera club and just gone and taken the shots. But I don't think too many people would be happy if the exhibition was only half done.
No, that's right. So one of our other camera club members lives in the same street as I do, Roger. So we popped out there and did this. But Brad, if we'd spent the $69 and
well, first we'll go to another
okay.
shot that
we're going to see what Nicole was around at Petrol Cove, about 10, 20k from where that was taken.
Yep. So keep in mind these are very low quality shots. These are on Facebook. So this is one of Nicole's. These are low quality on Facebook. Plus, then you've got the low quality that's uploaded to YouTube. So looking at these photos in person is incredible. But in saying that, this will give you just a bit of an idea of what we saw or what our photographers saw on the night. This is one of Nicole's here. And it just shows just a bit of foreground interest too. Makes a big difference.
Yep.
And she is a very, very talented lady.
Yep, that's beautiful. That's,
it is.
Yeah, it's
you can see
the foreground really does add to it, and that was a bit of the problem I was having with just the beach in the foreground, but we were where we were. So.
Hey Grant, it was something to experience, especially for first time. So it's just unbelievable. You can almost see the dancing colours across the horizon. So well done to them. But yes, going further south, Grant, we've got this is going on the Pentax forums, I believe.
Yes, this is Pentax Users Group Australia Facebook page, and this is a chap by the name of PJ Oldies.
PJ Oldies. So
and have a look at this.
Is unbelievable.
He's not far from Hobart where he took this.
Could you imagine seeing the the actual photo and in full quality would be just incredible.
Yep.
Have a look at that. The colour is just unbelievable.
And Brad, for $69, we could have been there.
I know.
Yeah, but then knowing my luck, I would fly down there and it'd be cloud that night. So
yeah.
No, absolutely beautiful, and that's. I don't know exactly, but I'm guessing 1,000 kilometres from here, further south would it be? Well, that far, maybe?
Oh, I have never really looked how far down. Yeah.
On Google Maps to just see exactly how far that is, but it's somewhat further south than.
A Tasmania trip would be a nice thing to do sometime with Photo Australia, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Go down there.
Would be.
Some nice photography down there. I mean, there's nice photography everywhere, but
that would be a spot really worthwhile looking at.
Definitely.
And then there's another Tasmanian too that put up some shots, and
so these are open for anybody to have a look at. And if we go up, some very nice photography on this Facebook page.
Have a look at this.
So we've got another one here. And this Julian Johnston, fantastic. Once again, another beautiful shot. He's certainly another photographer to keep an eye on by the looks. Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, that's just, I mean, you sort of, if you want to talk about landscape photography in general, that sort of scene is what you're looking for, isn't it? You're picking on some foreground interest to draw you into the shot and then leading you out through the shot to the scenery in the background. Now, of course, in this case, we're adding in the colours of the Aurora Borealis, which just turns this into a spectacular shot. So you can see that printed up, hanging on walls, can't you, in corporate rooms and all sorts of things. So no, that's
if any of these
shot.
Photographers want to get in touch with us, drop us an email. There's always an email link below our videos. We'd love to have a talk to you. Both got fantastic photos.
Yep. And
if you want to hit us up and do a bit of a talk and look at some of your photography, let us know.
Yep, just go back to his blurb. So what do? The K1 Mark II, well, I left mine home, Julian. I took my K3 Mark II. I'm not really sure why I did that.
Why did you do that, Grant?
Well, mainly because I've only got a 24-70 on that. I'm yet to lash out. I love this lens here, the 1530 2.8. But I haven't quite sprung for that one yet. 1000 ISO, that's interesting. That's not all that high. And 10 seconds.
Yep.
So I would love to know what processing he's done to that, if anything. It's not that noisy.
Probably not. He probably hasn't done a lot. Probably similar sort of basic processing.
Yep.
A lot of these spectacular shots, some people think, people have processed the what out of it. And you'll find that a lot of them, when you get these spectacular colours and what the camera picks up, quite often they're just normal adjustments.
Yep.
So, very, very nice shot. So,
and he was just down there on the right-hand side under Rob Geraghty's comment. He replies, Julian Johnson replied. He's saying somewhere near Hobart, I guess. So just go down to the reply. No, down.
It won't let me go down until I click on
okay.
that. Yep. He's got at Middleton looking across
50k south of Hobart.
Yep.
Yep.
But these are great things. I mean, if you know your area, is that when an event like this is going to happen, and hopefully you have those clear skies to see it, is that you've already got areas in mind so that you can go down and set yourself up and, having that. One big thing is having that foreground interest.
Yes, that's right.
Which I'll be talking about probably in the next episode after this one. I thought we'll slot this one in. Grant came all excited to me today, so we will slot this one in first, and then the next one we'll talk about landscape photography and just some pointers and tips and different things that I wish I knew when I first started photography, and it might help you along on your journey as well, of what to look for in a landscape.
Yep. Yeah, so obviously Julian, and Julian can correct us if we're wrong here. I'll give him the credit of doing the homework and researching his locations, and you've done it extremely well. That's a beautiful shot. Envious.
Fantastic.
Envious.
Well, we thought we would just show you a bit of Auroras. I hope to capture my first one sometime. I have to get myself more organised. It might be a quick trip down to Tasmania, Grant.
Well, the budget could probably spring that, because we pay for our own budgets around here, so that's all right.
Yeah. So, but you always hope that the conditions are right.
Yeah.
But the main thing is to be prepared when that happens.
Yep.
So,
Try. No. So there you go, folks. That's the Southern Lights as we see them down here. And,
fantastic.
I'm a bit chuffed having photographed my first one, and it has certainly whetted my appetite to do more. So would-be sponsors out there, if you want to send us up to the Northern Lights and get it done for you, give us a yell.
Yep. Make sure you share the channel with your friends, and the more exposure we get, the more we can do on the channel.
Exactly.
So with that, we will see you in the next episode, which will hopefully be the landscape episode, Grant.
It will. It will. We will delve into landscapes.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah. So with that, we will see you in the next episode.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.